Meghalaya hosted the Regional AI Impact Conference in Shillong on Wednesday, focusing on AI for citizens' empowerment, smarter governance, better lives. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma described the event as a milestone for the state. He highlighted AI driven progress, including a 50% reduction in maternal mortality and precision mapping of natural resources. The Shillong IT Park showcased success stories where films are building predictive agriculture models and delivering solutions to Fortune 500 companies. The Chief Minister emphasized the importance of collaboration between government, industry, and academia. He pointed to the state's first government engineering college and investment in frontier skills such as AI and quantum computing.
In the last 7.5 years of our government, we have been very particular about one thing, that our decisions and our policies will be data driven. We are not going to take decisions and we're not going to move forward without finding the actual data and the information and what are the facts of the matter. And he was giving an example of maternal deaths that were taking place. We were the highest in the country in 2018. Today we have reduced it by 50% and we've come down to the national average. And this has happened because of data-driven decisions. Because all the information we got allowed us to make the correct decisions, make the correct interventions, and exactly pinpoint where the problem lies. Because as we all know, in governance, or in fact in life in general, we don't really realize where the problem is. We always look at the result and we say that is the problem. Whereas actually the problem is something else. Like, for example, a lot of people felt that institutional delivery was the problem why maternal mortality was high. It's not. Why was there less institutional delivery? That is the problem. It's because the mothers could not go to the institutions. Because the homes were very far away. Because there was nobody to counsel them, to tell them that you have to go. So these kind of informations allowed us to help in governance. And today, as Sampath was mentioning to you, we actually monitor every pregnant mother in the state today. We know exactly how many of them are there. We know exactly who are the high-risk mothers. We have about close to 29,000 pregnant mothers at any given time. About 10 to 15% of them are high-risk mothers. We know exactly what the problem is with them, and then we intervene and ensure that we give the corrective decision on a person-to-person basis. And that's how micro-detailing we do, which helps us to reduce maternal deaths. And this is happening because of technology. Similarly, today, we are one of the first states in the country to have what we call a water policy. Now many states have it, but we came out with it in 2019. This policy is guiding us to bring out more of a integrated effort to ensure that we are able to manage our water better. Water is a big problem. You may think that we've got a lot of rain, but a lot of rain doesn't mean that water is enough. We have a huge water issue because of the management of the water. Because of the fact that water just simply falls and it just flows away. So we have like 63 billion cubic meters of rainfall every year. Out of the 63 billion cubic meters, 61 billion cubic meters, half of it flows to Assam, half of it flows to Bangladesh. How do we ensure that this water is now mapped? How do we ensure that we are able to slow the flow? How do we ensure that we are able to create the right infrastructure at the right point so that the water can be preserved? So the whole exercise of mapping 75,000 springs through digital mapping, satellite mapping, LIDAR mapping, drone mapping has been done. And we exactly can tell you today, using AI and all the softwares, that where if we construct what kind of dams, can we ensure that maximum water is stocked. Now what does this help us? Why does it help me? It's because if I talk to the engineers, with due respect, they will tell me, sir, we have to build a reservoir here and here. Then I'll be sitting there and I'm saying, okay, how much will it cost? Sir, 300 crores. And that's a lot of money for me. But then if I use technology, the entire software just with the press of a button will tell me, sir, you don't need to do all of them. If you do it strategically at this point, our assessment of the entire topography and the waterfall and the flow of the river and everything shows us that you need to do it only in 10 locations. And this happened in reality. Just to share with you again, Upper Shillong, we have a lot of streams coming in through the forest areas that provide water to Shillong city. When initially I said that I want dams to be created, reservoirs to be created, I was given a huge budget. I think almost touching 100 crores. But when we mapped these springs and we used the softwares that were developed by our people, we were able to convert and do the exact same thing at only 4.5 crores. And that was possible because of technology. We just started, you wouldn't believe, 53 years and Meghalaya did not have an engineering college, a government engineering college of its own. It's very sad, I should say, very unfortunate. But then we were very particular. We realized that this ecosystem for IT, this ecosystem for a knowledge-based society, knowledge-based economy, knowledge-based government, and an IT and a technology-based government cannot happen without the manpower being nurtured and brought to that level. And that cannot happen without having an engineering college. So I was talking to the engineering college guys the other day, and I was telling them that we may be 53 years late because everybody else is far ahead of us. But that's exactly the beauty of technology, that we can leapfrog. What happened in UPI? I explained to them. In UPI, India leapfrogged the whole technology because we didn't have banks. But then we used technology to ensure that everybody's mobile became a bank. So similarly, though we may have missed the bus in the past, I want Shillong Engineering College to be pioneers now. Today is the day for artificial intelligence. How do we develop the skills for it? Future is about quantum computing. Everything happens in, I explained to you, it happens in linear terms, linear bits. But quantum computing is about quantum bits. It's like a 3D. Can Meghalaya, can Shillong, can the Northeast take a page out of that and say we're going to leapfrog now? We're going to use technology, AI, and all the new things that are happening to make sure that we are better than the rest. And yes, for that we need partners. We need good partners to come in. And that's where all of you come into the picture, the government comes into the picture. And let me assure you that we are here to create that ecosystem for you, to be able to make it happen. So if you want to take advantage of this young population that we have, it will only happen if we are able to provide that ecosystem. The government, the partners, the political leadership, the officials, we need to be clear in our vision. We need to be clearly defining that vision into achievable goals, and we need those goals to be set up into a time frame, to be able to achieve it at a specific time. And I think if that kind of a planning can be done, I'm 2 minutes away from 11:40, if that kind of planning can be done, then I'm sure that this conference will make a lot of difference, as I said, in the coming days, and we will actually be satisfied looking back after 5 years on this particular day of December 3rd, 2025, and say that that is the day when all of this started.